guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Ping Ping, and for today's video, we'll talk about VirtualBox. We'll talk about what is VirtualBox, what's the purpose of VirtualBox, and how to install VirtualBox in your computer. But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Okay, let's go. Let's find out what is VirtualBox. What is a VirtualBox, guys? So do not confuse yourself with VirtualBox and virtual machine. They are different. A VirtualBox is a specific example of virtual machine, and VirtualBox is owned by Oracle. Okay, so let's see. So topic for today's video, will discuss the introduction, what is a virtual box, and then example of a virtual box, and also key features and benefits of using the virtual box, and list of use cases for your virtual box, and lastly the final tips and takeaways why do you need to use virtual box. All right, let's go to the introduction of a virtual box. The virtual box is made by Oracle Corporation and also known as a VB. But do not confuse yourself with the Visual Basic, which is a programming language, and VB that we are going to discuss here is a virtual box, okay, not the Visual Basic. VirtualBox acts like a hypervisor for x86 machines. And then there are two types of VirtualBox. The hypervisor, which is type 1, also known as bare metals. Example of those bare metal hypervisor or type 1 hypervisor is Microsoft Hyper-V. Also, you can also use the VMware. It's also a type 1 hypervisor, and Proxmox. So those are example of type 1 hypervisor. Another example of type 2 VirtualBox or hypervisor is also known as hosted hypervisor. So there's type 1 and there's type 2. Type 2 is the hosted hypervisor. It runs on a conventional operating system as an application. So for me, my use case, I personally use the Oracle VirtualBox for my Linux inside my Windows PC. So I am using the type 2 virtual hypervisor or type 2 hypervisor because it runs on the existing operating system in my computer, which is Windows. So you can try using type 2 for your use cases at home or your lab or any thing that you want to run at home. But for type 1 hypervisor, usually used in an enterprise environment. Okay, now we'll example of the use of VirtualBox. So when can you use a VirtualBox? VirtualBox can be used as a software portability and also a application development. You can use it for your application development if you're making a application or running a code, stuff like that. You can also use it for your network simulation if you want to do networking at home and or in your lab, or home lab. Or also you can use it for general computing, and lastly you can use it as system testing and debugging. This is for programmers and other people that want to test their programming. Okay, so these are the example of the use of VirtualBox. Now we're going to talk about the advantages of using a VirtualBox. So number one is isolation. The advantages of VirtualBox is number one, isolation. Virtual machines isolated environment. So if you are using VirtualBox, you're only running your code or program or your application inside your VirtualBox. It will not affect your existing or application that you have in your physical computer. So virtual machines isolated environment is suitable for testing software or running programs that demand more resources than are accessible in other settings. You can also use a VirtualBox for virtualization. VirtualBox allows users to run other OS or operating system on a single computer without purchasing a new device. So if you have a Windows computer and you want to run Linux, you don't need to buy a new computer. You can install VirtualBox in your existing Windows computer and you can run Linux inside your VirtualBox. So that is virtualization. Next, we can use it for cross-platform compatibility. VirtualBox can run Windows, Linux, Solaris, and OpenSolaris. So you can have an existing Windows computer and then you can install VirtualBox in your Windows computer and you can run other operating system inside your Windows, inside your VirtualBox, and that is the cross platform compatibility. Next is we can use it's easy control panel. So there's other VirtualBox is very easy. There's other virtual machine that are more complicated, but VirtualBox for me is very user friendly, especially for beginners like me. And lastly, it has a multiple modes. Users have control over how they interact with their installation, whether in full screen mode, flawless window mode, scaled window mode, or 3D graphic acceleration. You can do the multiple mode settings in the VirtualBox once you install it. You can personalize it if you want. Okay, next we'll talk about the disadvantages of a VirtualBox. So if there's advantages, there's also disadvantages. The disadvantages is number one, it relies on the computer's hardware. So for me, I'm using Minis Forum with processor of AMD Ryzen 9 7940HS with Radeon 780 graphics and 64 gig RAM and 2 gig graphics card. Though my machine is okay for VirtualBox, it's still not so fast. So whether your VirtualBox relies on your computer's hardware. So but it's decent. My Minis Forum is decent for my VirtualBox. Okay, so if you want to use not so expensive computer, you can buy the Minis Forum and you can start from there, install your VirtualBox, and then you can do your stuff for practice and to have a hands-on experience. Okay, aside from that, the host CPU must accept the request, resulting in delayed in usability. Yeah, it's not super instantaneous because, of course, your VirtualBox have to talk to your host CPU, which is your physical computer, and then it will accept the request and then, responds to the request of your VirtualBox. And then if the host computer has any defects, the VirtualBox will also be affected. If your host computer is slow, has other physical or hardware issue, your VirtualBox will also get affected and response time is not as instantaneous as you want. All right, so that's the advantages of using a VirtualBox. Now we will talk about how to install Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, that is VirtualBox, guys, not VM. Okay, or Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, so let's go to the website of the Oracle website. So first is download it from the website. So you have to go to the website. Let's go. All right, so we are in the official website of the Oracle VirtualBox. So what you're going to do is you click the download VirtualBox binaries and platform packages. And then from here, you will pick what operating systems you are using. If you're using Windows host, Mac OS, Apple Silicon host, Linux, Solaris, and Solaris 11 IP host. So for me, I'll be using the Windows host. So pick your own operating system that you are using. And then we are going to open, once it's downloaded, fairness, very fast. All right, so let's start installing our VirtualBox. Click that. After we click download, it's saved in our download folder. Okay, now we'll click next. And we're going to accept the terms, blah, 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 blah. Yes, click next. And then click on the icons in the tree below to change the way features will be installed. So VirtualBox, application, virtual support, and stuff like that. We will do the default. We'll continue with the default. All right, click next. Sure, proceed with installation. Click yes. And proceed with installation. We'll do the binding later if needed. Click yes, and next, and install, standby. Okay, so now it's installing in your physical computer. Our VirtualBox is installing in our physical computer. All right, click finish to exit. Boom. So then, here's my VirtualBox. And since I already have a existing VirtualBox a while ago that I uninstalled and then I installed it again, it remembers my previous VirtualBox. So here's my VirtualBox now, and there's the Linux operating system inside my VirtualBox. So if you want to have a operating system inside your VirtualBox, you can just click add here. And then once you click add, From there, it will look for the exe or for the installer that you want to use or what type of operating system you want to use. So for me, I have the Kali Linux, so that's the one that I'm using. But installing a operating system inside the virtual box is on a different video, so don't forget to like and subscribe on my YouTube channel and hit the bell button to get notified on my next video. All right, if you have questions, feel free to comment down below. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye bye.